the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, it's time to start thinking about budget planning. I know, hold yourself back, right? Like, one of the things I've never, ever envied is to be the CFO at an institution. So complex, so many departments to keep in line, so many things to monitor. But the thing that they're really most excited about is understanding ROI and where the ROI comes to bear when it comes to the budget resources that you're asking for. Narrowing your budget field is difficult, right? Everyone on an institution wants to keep the budget that they have. I get that. I've been a part of that before. But when you're in the enrollment side, making the best use of those resources is critical. Resources are shrinking, resources are becoming more and more scarce, and you have to produce more students usually with less money. So I'm going to help you today, hopefully, narrow your focus when it comes to developing your print budget for fall 21. The thing that's probably the most important to understand is how do the most expensive items that you're going to need to order play into your overall enrollment. So really understanding the ROI when it comes to buying t-shirts and view books and those things that are very expensive to give out. It's always tempting to look at last year's number and think, I'm just going to do the same thing, right? It turned out okay this year, or well enough, good enough. So I'm just going to order the same number of t-shirts, the same number of view books, the same number of postcards, and just do everything the same way I did last year and hope for the same outcome. Well, if history has taught us anything, it's that students and student behavior is changing, and it's changing rapidly. So I'm not so sure that doing the same thing as last year is always a good idea. Now, there are some times when it's a great idea and it doesn't make sense to change the apple cart, or to, I think that saying goes, rock the apple cart or something like that. But I definitely think a thorough evaluation of your resources and the budget planning is critical, and in most cases can make a big difference. I hope that you're really asking yourself, did I really make what I was given last year count? Now, it's really tempting to just go in a bunch of different directions with that, but think about the big things and use your time, hopefully this spring, to narrow that focus to say, how can I use this amount of resources to get more applications? And one of the things I want to refer you to is a success story that we have on our website for one of our partners. Now, here's the big picture. I won't share any names, even though they're on the website. This partner took a good hard look at their viewbook spending, and in 1 year, instead of buying 55,000 viewbooks, they decided to cut that by about 20%. They bought just about 45,000, and they were able to take that money, reallocate it toward another tool. In this case, they bought more search names, and at the end of the day, this is what happened. They applied the printing to the top 70 or 80% of their pipeline, so the students who are most likely to apply, and our research actually shows that you could make that even smaller. Then they took the extra money that they didn't spend on view books and bought more search names. At the end, the big win was that they got 500 additional applications and they spent less money on print. That is a strategic use of resources. And I hope as the spring comes around and you start thinking about fall 21, that you're doing data analysis and ROI analysis just like that in order to make the best use of your resources. Happy planning.